back to my channel. It has been a while since I sat down with you guys and did a video with you guys. So today's video is going to be sit down style, and we're going to be talking about my DNA results from myheritage.com. So back in June, I went to go visit my aunt, my dad's sister, so my paternal aunt. And when I was visiting her, she had said that she had also gotten her DNA results back. And so on my dad's side, I have always been told that my dad's side of the family was German. And then on my mom's side, I've always been told that they are Dutch. And so that's the kind of like the family history that I had been told my whole life, and kind of where I thought my heritage or my DNA results would like come from, or that somewhere along those lines those would cross. So when I went to go visit my aunt back in June, she had mentioned to me that she did her DNA testing too through MyHeritage. And so come to find out that her results came back predominantly English. Like her heritage results came back that the majority of her DNA had English DNA in it, and that so that kind of told me that wait a minute, my dad's side of the family, my grandfather, who I thought had German heritage, was in fact not German and was English instead. So I've always wanted to do one of these DNA tests. I've seen them for years, as I'm sure you guys have too. And so when I was visiting my aunt back in June and I heard her results, it really piqued my interest even more because I was so surprised to find out that her dominant strand was of English heritage and not German, as we thought or expected that it would be, just from what we had known about our family heritage. And so that was really surprising to me. So for Father's Day this year, I got my husband a DNA kit, and I bought myself one at the same time as well. And I just thought that would be a really like fun, unique, different kind of gift to give him. And of course, because I was interested, I got one for myself. So I did the DNA testing through MyHeritage, and obviously you can do them through any company. And the biggest reason that I chose MyHeritage was because my aunt, like I said, had already done the DNA test. And so I knew that she was in their database already, and that if any other family members like myself did their testing through that same company, that it would automatically match us as family members, and you can build your family tree and you can start doing that, and then any family members, it'll automatically match to yourself. So that's the biggest reason that I chose that particular company. There's so many companies, I'm sure, that do this testing. This is just one of them, and so I'm gonna share my results with you guys. And you saw in the earlier clips like the testing kit with like the swabs, and it's super easy to do. You know, as you saw, you literally just swab both cheeks. They give you 2 swabs and 2 vials to put them in, and then it comes with the little envelopes to put them in, and you ship them to their lab facilities to have them tested. It says that it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get your results back, and it pretty much did take 4 to 6 weeks. I think mine took like 5.5 to get back. So when it says 4 to 6 weeks, it really is like 4 weeks. It takes like about a week and a half for them to like get to the lab, depending on where you live. And so then the rest is the testing, of course. So like I said, I went into this thinking that my father's side was German and my mother's side was Dutch. And then I I knew because of talking to my aunt, which is my dad's sister, that there was a big possibility that there was going to be some English. You know, I didn't know what percentage or how much it would be, but I knew from her results, because she's my dad's sister, that I would have some English in there somewhere, right? So I kind of knew going into getting my results back. So that was really kind of fun to know that that's going to be somewhere, because I have always loved like British and English culture, and I've never been there. It's on one of my bucket list places that I want to go, and I've been obsessed with all things like British and royal since I was a very little girl, and I just think it's kind of like serendipitous and kind of fun that that is in my DNA. So drum roll please. So my results came back and I am 68% English and 32% Scandinavian, which includes the countries of Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. So not Dutch at all. So that was really surprising to me, because like I said, my whole life I have been told that my mom's side of the family is Dutch. So I thought it was really interesting to get those two heritage results of the English and the Scandinavian. And thinking about what I know, I'm not very tall. I'm 5'2". My dad was around 5'7". My grandfather also 5'7". Majority of English people are not very tall people. And so it just is kind of fun to kind of like put those kind of pieces together. And like I said, I have loved and had an affinity for English culture my whole entire life, and so I think that that's a really fun piece to this. It's just kind of fun to now take these results, and I've been working on my family tree just from the details that I know personally, and then talking to other family members as well. I do want to have my maternal grandmother, she'll be 84. She'll be 84 this year. I want to have her tested. I wish that now that I have my results, I want all of my family members to do this as well, just because I think, not just because, but the more family members that you can get tested, the more your tree expands and the better picture you have of your heritage. And I've been reading a lot about DNA and just the DNA that siblings share, and siblings only share 50% of their DNA. They'll have a dominant strand through their DNA that is the same, but they only share 50% of their DNA. So it would be really interesting to see what parts of our DNA, you know, come from either side of our parents. And so I've just been so totally fascinated with this. And so the more family members and the older that, like, if you can have your grandparents or great grandparents, if they're still alive, get tested and get their DNA results, the bigger, better picture you have of what your heritage looks like overall. And so I wish that now that I know my results, I wish that I would have had my paternal grandfather. I wish I would have had him do this before he passed away a couple years ago, but I didn't. But now I'm for sure, like, I want to have my grandma tested and my mom and my siblings, and we're still waiting for the results for my husband's results, and I really can't wait to see what those are. And it's just kind of fun to know kind of like what your heritage is and be able to explain that to my kids and kind of give them like a more definitive picture of their ancestors and like where we've come from. So I highly suggest, if you guys are interested in having your DNA tested, if it's something you've thought about for a while and just haven't done it yet, I highly encourage you guys to do it, because it is really cool to kind of dig into this research and see where you come from and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys for joining me for today's video, and I hope that you guys feel encouraged and inspired as as you guys watch this. If you guys have not yet clicked subscribe, I would love for you to click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers here on my YouTube channel, and we're almost there, and it's a really fun little milestone for my channel. So if you guys would love to subscribe, I would love to have you guys here as part of my YouTube family. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.